Hello and welcome back. Promise you, this is not an RC video, of course by the title you know, and we've had variations of Tonka on the channel before, so nothing really new here. I've restored them before, and yeah, so that's what we're looking at. I don't know if I'm going through some kind of midlife crisis, but I'm like the toys I had as a kid and some of the toys that I always wanted as a kid. I'm kind of buying some of those. My wife says I'm crazy, but that's a whole nother story. This is one I had as a kid. I remember it as my first gift ever. Now, I don't recall how old I was. I'm assuming 4, maybe? Somewhere around there, 4. And the reason why I remember this gift is, you know, I was an only child. We didn't have a lot of money. But this was the only thing I got for Christmas, and which was fine. I mean, I didn't know any better, and it still would be fine to this day. It's not about what you get. It's, you know, it's not about that. But I don't remember it because it was the only gift, but I remember it was the only gift because we were at my grandmother's house, and this was, she had a chimney, and this was left in the fireplace in the box. Like Santa had accidentally, you know, dropped it or forgot it. So instead of being under the tree, I must have gotten some other gifts. I just don't remember those gifts. And this was the big gift. If there were other gifts, I think there might have been. And they're like, you know, why don't you check, what's that? You know, what's that over there? And I don't remember a lot as a kid, but I definitely remember this because I had this for years. And this box looks really small to me now, but as a kid, I remember this being huge. Like, even when I was looking them up on eBay, I'm like, oh, you know, where am I going to display this thing? Because my memory, it was so big, and I used to ride on top of it. So I may have been like 3. I don't know. May have been even younger, because I used to ride on it very often. And I don't know what happened to it. I wish I would have kept my toys that I had as a kid. And I know I kept them in good condition, but I believe I gave most of them to other kids when I got older. I was apparently generous in my later years. Got a nice little note. Thank you, Happy New Year. This was a purchase from eBay. And what got me thinking about this again was I was on Marketplace looking for Hot Wheels to restore, actually, for the channel. I don't really collect them, as I've mentioned in the past. It's mostly for my grandson. And RC, of course. And one of these popped up. I did not, again, I got this from eBay. But there was one brand new in the box for like 150 bucks. And I thought about it, and I went back, it was gone. Well, a month later, the same one shows up in a different city, town, whatever, for like $375 on Marketplace. And I definitely wasn't thinking about it then, but it didn't matter because it sold really quickly. Like, that is entirely too much. So then that got me on my eBay journey. Look at that. This thing looks brand new. Wow. It's cold. It's actually snowing here today. So that got me on the eBay journey, and I found several examples. Some were in the hundreds, some were beat up in the hundreds. Some were 30, 40 that were beat up. Most of them had rust or the decals, which I would have been fine restoring one. That would have been ideal for the channel because I have the actual rivet tool for Tonka. I only have the small rivets in here right now, but I do have that because we have restored some small Tonkas on the channel before. And this may take actually small. I mean, there's a few little scratches here and there. I mean, I could touch that up if I wanted to. The bottom, I mean, it looks like it was not played with very much at all. But yeah, so the ones that were really bad were 40, you know, after shipping, $50, $60. And then I'd have to put, you know, some other money into it, especially with getting the decals and whatnot. So this one I ended up getting for, I think it was $50 plus shipping, and the shipping was kind of high, so it came in pretty close to 100, but it was well worth it. And if you've never seen one of these Tonkas, I mean, they're awesome. The wheels, turn this little knob and you can change the wheels, change the tire, you get your flat tire, pretend you have a flat tire, what have you. And the thing that was really nice about this one is it did come with most of the accessories. Now, I had a guy with mine, and maybe I'll show him in a later video. I don't have him yet. I did order the guy, but looking at that new one in the box, it did not come with the guy. I think he was part of the, there was a pickup truck. A little Tonka, it's like a Tonka cowboy. That may be here by the time this video is published. If so, I'll add a little insert. But I found the guy too for $5. And again, I don't think the guy came with the original Jeep. Actually, I'm pretty positive it didn't. But this came with the original gas can, the spare tire, and the jack. So the jack, you'd put it under like this, and then you could jack up your Jeep Bronco, change the tire, put it back, boom. Now the one thing this is missing is there is a rack back here. A couple of the other ones did have it. It's pretty hard to come by, and that holds the gas can. I don't think it holds the jack, and it holds the tire. But, quick pause, I'm actually coming to you from the future. Today is January 2nd. Not sure when this video is going to be posted, but I don't have the Jeep yet. I should get it. I ordered it, I think Monday 30th or something like that, December, from eBay, and it's supposed to be here, I think Monday, January 6th. It could get here this weekend. But anyway, looking at it, it's all perfect and everything as far as the pictures, but it is missing the rack. Now, I found some Jeeps that were in worse condition that had the rack, and I originally wanted to buy one that was kind of beat up because I kind of restored things on this channel, but they were just as much as the one I got. Actually, there were more. I found one really beat up that had this, and it was $100. And then I found another one that wasn't as beat up. It didn't have all the accessories, but it had this, and again, it was more. So the one I got, provided that it's like it is in the picture, which this video will tell that, this was the best deal, and yeah, I just had to jump on it. But it's missing this rack, and this rack is hard to come by. I did a quick search on Google, 3D printed Tonka Bronco rack, Tonka Jeep rack, and this came up on Thingiverse. I printed it out of PTEG, or whatever it's called, the stronger plastic, and the designer said he hadn't used it yet, but it essentially goes together like this, and from what I remember, it looks exactly like the rack, except it's got this verbiage on the top, which I'm not worried about. I could have taken that out, and I may print it again. It's like a 3-hour print. I may print it again and remove that, but you'll notice it's in 2 pieces, and I just have to use some 2x10mm screws to put it together. I'm going to screw these in, and then hopefully in the video we will be putting this on the Jeep, and the jack, the gas can. Actually, I think the jack may go in the back, but the gas can and the spare tire will fit in this just perfectly. We're just going to screw one in here. Oh, that's pretty tough. Oh yeah, so that hangs off the back. That will be perfect. And these I could always just hit them with some magic marker or something, paint them black. I looked for black 2x10mm screws and couldn't find them, so these were like $6 on Amazon. All I'm doing is taking some black paint. You can see we've already done a couple of them with a little dental pick. Not a pick, but an actual flosser. And you'll never see these anyway, so it's not a huge deal because they'll be mounted behind the Bronco or on the back side of it. There, and we've painted them all black. Make them blend in a little bit better. Now we just got to wait for the Bronco. So you saw from the little insert, I've actually printed. We've got it all put together. I printed the rack. Let's make sure it fits. That was not, there we go. Fits perfectly, awesome. And then the tire, there we go. And then the jack goes in the back. So we put our jack in the back here. And we've got our gas can and our tire. So we've got a complete set, and the guy will also definitely complete it for me. Pretty awesome. And we have the last piece for the Tonka. At least that's what this should be. It's interestingly packed. Of course, it doesn't matter. It's a fairly, I'm not sure why he has pink hands. I don't recall if he had pink hands originally. I don't think he did. But there he is. There's the guy. His head moves. He's got the little Tonka on the side, just one side. May give him a little bit of a clean. You know what? I think he did have pink hands, actually. Don't know why. We could give him a little clean, maybe. I mean, he's fine. He is what he is. Got the Tonka on his hat, his cool sunglasses. So there is the Tonka character. Now our Jeep Bronco is complete. When I started looking, I thought it was going to be about this wide. I mean, it just seemed so huge, but certainly not. This will get displayed out in the garage as well, and hopefully none of the grandkids want to play with it. I don't think I will give in. I normally do, but worst case scenario, I will just tell them I'll buy them something else. This decal is a little bubbly. We might be able to heat that up and bring it back to life. Just throw a little heat on it, see if we can get that. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. But if we can do something real quick without damaging the decal, maybe get that adhesion acting again. Probably not, because this, I think, came out in like 79. So I was probably, if this was new, yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna leave that like it is. It's basically a little bubble right here. I could probably throw some glue under there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Those are a tire and jack. But anyway, 79, so I would have been 4. Yes, I'm old. Be 50 this year. Sounds scary, but it is what it is. So, yeah, so I was probably 4 if this came out in 79, assuming it was bought at, you know, Kmart or Gold Circle or one of those stores near us when I was a kid. I doubt they would have had it in the store for years, and obviously you didn't have online purchases back in 79. So that's it. Just another part of my youth that I just had to get once again. And yeah, this one's bubbled a little bit right there as well. Oh, and it even came with the antenna, which I think mine was ripped off. I think I ripped it off at some point. So we can make it look new by touching up some of the paint, replacing the decals, and then even maybe throwing a little paint on the white lettering. I'm not going to do that. So not a lot to see here, just a reminder of my youth, and that's it. Please post any questions or comments, and as always, thanks for watching.